everyone! 皆さんこんにちは。Namaste! My name is Mayo. 私の名前は Mayo です。And I teach Japanese for you guys. Anyway, I'm going to teach you words in kitchen. So, Indu, can you explain the grammar first?
Hello, konnichiwa, namaste. Welcome back to our channel. And today, as Mayo said, we'll be learning about some important vocabulary. We will be learning what are various kitchen items called in Japanese. But before we get started with Mayo's kitchen tour, I want to explain you some very important grammar for beginner level. So without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so today's grammar is about saying this, that and that over there in Japanese. So this in Japanese is kore, kore. That is sore, sore. And that over there is are. Now let's see what's the difference between three. Of course, kore is used for something that is closer to the speaker. Sore is used for something that is closer to the listener. And are is used for something that is away from both speaker and listener. It's pretty easy, right? Kore will be used for something that is closer to the speaker, sore for something that is closer to the listener, and are for something that is away from both speaker and listener. Please remember that kore, sore and are will always be followed by particle wa. Another way to say this, that and over there is kono, sono and ano. The difference between kore, sore, are and kono, sono, ano is that kono, sono and ano sentences are more specific because they are always followed by some kind of noun. So let's look at some examples to understand better. So if you want to say this is a pen, this is a pen, you will say kore wa pen desu. Kore wa pen desu. Of course, you're talking about something that is closer to you, or maybe you're holding it in your hand. If you're talking about something that is closer to the listener, you will make a sentence like this. Sore wa isu desu. Sore wa isu desu. And if you're talking about something that is away from you and the listener, in that case, you will use are. And you can make a sentence like this. Are wa hon desu. Are wa hon desu. Let's look at some examples using kono, sono and ano. If you want to talk about something that is closer to you, that is the speaker, you can make a sentence like this. Kono pasokon wa ikura desu ka? Kono pasokon wa ikura desu ka? So as you can notice that kono is followed by a noun, that is pasokon, which means computer, laptop. You can use sono for something that is away from you but closer to the listener. For example, sono kuruma wa dare no desu ka? Sono kuruma wa dare no desu ka? And finally, you will use ano for something that is away from you and the listener. For example, you can say, ano file wa Tanaka-san no desu. Ano file wa Tanaka-san no desu. So it's not very difficult, right? But it's quite important because using kore, sore and are or kono, sono and ano, you can make a lot of sentences. So let's quickly revise what we have learned till now. Kore, sore and are will always be followed by wa particle. Kore means this, sore means that and are means that over there. Kono, sono and ano will always be followed by noun. Kono will be used for something that is closer to you or the speaker. Sono will be used for something that is closer to the listener, and ano will be used for something that is away from both you and the listener. Okay, so now that we have understood the use of kore, sore, are and kono, sono, ano and the difference between the both, let's go into Mayo's kitchen. So Mayo, can you please show us around your kitchen and tell us what are the various items called in Japanese?
Okay. これは包丁です。包丁です。Yes, so we call the Western knife knife, but we usually call this kind of cooking knife 包丁。これはまな板です。こ これはまな板です。So cutting board. Traditionally, cutting board is made of wood, I think. But recently we use this kind of plastic cutting board because it's cheaper and it's easy to clean. これは塩です。これは砂糖です。So can you tell which one is which? 塩 is salt. 砂糖 is sugar. これは鍋です。鍋. We usually have a bigger nabe at home, but I'm sorry I have only this small one. So small one can be called konabe. Ko means small. Yes, so nabe or konabe. Okay, this one can be called zaru. Zaru. Again, traditionally this is made of like a wood kind material, but this is plastic. Okay, let's move on to cups and plates. So for cup, we call this koppu. Koppu. Well, it's English cup, but koppu in Japanese. For this, you know me in very traditional way, but I almost forgot. So that's how we don't use this word much. We can call them osara. Osara. So o is an honorific form. So sara, sara is fine. So in general, plates are called osara or sara. And this one is like for soup, for Japanese traditional soup, and we call this wan. Yeah. So if we call this sara, it's weird. It's not correct. So this is owan for Japanese traditional soup. For Japanese rice, we call it ochawan, but cha actually means tea instead of rice, and this is because in Pranezamanemen, I don't know, samurai era, I think, after eating rice, we usually pour tea and drink from it. That's how we clean the chawan once and drink tea. So owan and ochawan. This is a small plate. So this is Western thing that my mom gave me, but well, let's say this is traditional. Oh, and there is kanji written, so I guess it's not really Western. Anyway, so this kind of small plates are called kozara. 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 So when we eat sashimi, we pour soy sauce and then dip it and eat it. For this, we call it kozara. This is called otama. これはお玉です。あれはしゃもじです。あれはしゃもじです。So, しゃもじ is for taking rice. しゃもじ. Again, traditionally, this is usually made of wood, but nowadays just plastic. これはお箸です。お箸です。Chopsticks. You might know about this, but you don't know is this one. So it's a little burned, and actually I made a mistake. Those are the two different lengths. But anyway, so this a little bit burned chopsticks, which is longer than the usual chopsticks. This is called saebashi. Saebashi. So this is for cooking. So when we don't use these chopsticks for cooking, well, I use it, but I'm not supposed to use it. This is easy, especially for frying something. We need to keep a distance from oil. Then we use saebashi. But for eating, we use hashi. Hashi, ohashi. これは茶こしです。茶こしです。So this is for making Japanese tea, but you already know that for this kind of tea bag, I don't need this chakoshi. But for this, non-tea bag type tea, I need to use this. And this is called fork. This is called spoon. これはフォークです。これはspoon です。We don't really have Japanese words for them. Yes, so we use English, but fork and spoon. Lastly, I'm gonna introduce some Japanese ingredients. The first one is soya sauce, which is called shoyu. Shoyu. And this one is ryorishu. Ryorishu. So this is alcohol for cooking. No, I'm not drinking alcohol. I don't even know if I get drunk if I drink this. I've never tried it. And this is mirin. This is kind of sweet, and we put this in, for example, some Japanese traditional soup along with soy sauce. So I know how to use it. Anyway, this is made of rice and kind of alcohol for cooking, but it's different from Ryorishu. So if you are interested in Japanese cooking, just Google it because I'm not a Google. Okay, this is not really Japanese thing, but this is shiokosho. So this is salt and pepper, and it's like it has like a taste other than salt and pepper. So like when we, for example, when we saute vegetables, we can just use this and it tastes decent. Like it's not complicated, it's very simple, but it tastes okay. So yeah, this is lifesaver for me because it's so easy, and with this the food doesn't get too bad. And oil is called abura. So this is olive oil, so we call this olive oil, and I usually use this one, but in general oil is 油。これは油です。これはオリーブオイルです。
Mayo, その黒いものは何ですか？
So this one is protein.
Now I want to ask you, what are some typical Indian kitchen items called in Japanese? Okay, so first one, Mayo, do you know what this is called in Japanese?
Pressure cooker is called 圧力鍋。圧力鍋。It's actually difficult to find 圧力鍋 in Japan. So if you are moving into Japan from India, you can bring it with you. If you wanna buy 圧力鍋 in Japan, you should order online because it's not sold in every supermarket or anything. And I think pressure cooker in Japan is expensive because people don't really use it.
Okay, number 2. What about this one?
I don't think we have name for that in Japanese language because we don't use it. If we want to boil milk, we use microwave.
Alright, number 3. What about this?
Oh, you ask so many difficult questions. Spice ire. We don't have a specific name for that.
Mayo, I'm sure you must be tired after showing us so many things from your kitchen. But can you quickly tell us how to make Japanese tea?
Oyu. Japanese chai ban gai. This is Japanese tea. It's so easy. It takes only 2 minutes to make tea. Japanese tea. I know Indian tea takes more time. And we also have this kind of tea, which is like this. So no tea bag style, which takes a few more minutes to make. So I don't like it.
Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much, Mayo, for showing us your kitchen. And thank you all of you for watching this video. I hope you learned something new. If you did, please share it with your friends. Till next time, bye-bye.
That's all for today. Thank you very much for Inde for teaching us Japanese language and grammars. And thank you for watching, and see you again in next video. Bye!